you got a city riot going on because once again the police has failed to protect us like they say they was going to do. And us as a community, we're not going to protect ourselves. But if we don't have anyone to protect us, then this is what you get. You get riots. You got people out here going crazy. We losing loved ones every day to the people that's sworn in to protect us. It's not us. It's the police. This the madness that they sparked up. This is what they encourage. This is what they provoke. This is what you get out of you taking a loved one from someone. This is what you get. You get a lot of people that's hurt, and they can't vent the right way. They can no longer depend on the police to be here to protect us like they say they gonna do. So this is what you get. And no, it's not gonna end today. I can't tell you it's gonna end tomorrow. We not the ones that's killing us. Y'all killing us. We can't make a change if y'all don't change.
All right. Yes, so, y'all.
Yeah, we back.
You tuned into the Raising Kings podcast. We back with some.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot in the news, man. More. It's been a lot in the news.
A lot of crucial stuff going on right now. A lot of things going on right now, man. It's kind of crazy.
Very much so. Crazy with the unfortunate killing of George Floyd, and when you're tired, you're tired. And now it's an uproar, and America got to deal with it. So now I don't even know where to start, Jefe. It's a lot.
Just start from the top. We just gotta start from the top.
Well, first and foremost, we're gonna start from the top because initially we recorded already. We recorded the show already, and what happened?
Yeah, we had like a little technical difficulties
with goddamn Zoom.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Because
no
we did this already.
Yeah,
we did this already.
Exactly.
And in the last time we recorded some good, strong content. But in a way, it's kind of good because there's a lot of other things happen in that little time span.
Yeah,
that we could just add on to it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening because people are in the street as we speak right now. You got New York City that's under curfew, first time in
it says the last time that was on a curfew like this besides Corona was the same thing. A black soldier got killed, and everybody went to war again.
Exactly. So me knowing New York City ain't gonna be no curfew. People gonna be in the street regardless.
Oh none of these people. All of these states that I see everybody protesting, nobody following they're gonna
be in the street. They're gonna be in the street regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just terrible. And then I mean again, our great Make America White Again president talking about he's going to activate the military to go in and release the military on the streets of DC is crazy.
Ain't that something?
It's crazy. People be like, "Oh no, he can't do that. There's no way he could do that." Nigga,
so
that man could do whatever he wanted.
He could do. I was just about to say that he could do whatever he wants to, and he's been in the office showing that he could do what he want to do because they're not stopping him.
And the thing about it is, again, you got to remember, it's not just him. The person who really pushed that situation and just for him the craziest thing to me is that he went yesterday. Yesterday they went out there and they went to go clear the park out so he could walk across the street.
So he could take a picture. He didn't even go in the church just to take a picture with a Bible that don't even belong to him.
Not even only that. You could just tell by his body language. That man ain't never held the Bible in his hand in his life.
He didn't even know what to do with it.
he just looked awkward. I mean, because if normally if you have a Bible in your hand, you could even think about let me open up a scripture. Even front, open it up and look at it and say like I got a scripture I want to read to the people to let people. He just. I mean, the people that he around, they so clueless. He could have really used this opportunity to really. He could have
rally the people to get people to saying, okay, maybe he is good, he for us, but he just divided. He divided everything even more.
But instead, he got his guys coming in there on horseback, or trampling people on horseback and all kind of nonsense.
Exactly.
I mean, listen, man. This is again. If people have watched the Raising Kings podcast. if you want to really know what we've been talking about, pretty much this stuff was we had already. I done spoke on this stuff already. I done
Yeah,
said
man.
it was going
This
to
is
get
nothing new.
bad. We ain't seen shit yet, and here comes more shit on top
It's
of
gonna get
shit.
worse. It's gonna get
You know what
worse
I'm
because when you
saying?
look
It's
at
going to
it,
get a whole lot
that
worse.
the same place where Breonna Taylor got killed, in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm not sure if it was Louisville, but Kentucky the same way. They killed another unarmed black person. He was a pillar of the community. He had like a barbecue spot that he used to, give to the community, do for the community. Always was out there, and they shot him and killed him during protesting.
Listen, yo, again, this is stuff that we spoke about. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's unfortunate that we have to keep touching these subjects and keep having to talk about
I
the
think his
same
name
thing
is
over and over
David
again.
McAtee. I may
David
be
McAtee.
pronouncing the last name
I think,
wrong, but
if I'm not mistaken, also too on the other side too. I don't know if you heard about in Atlanta about those
the 6
couple of kids that
officers.
got. Yeah, about the 6. You know, they got arrested. They got fired
Yeah.
and they got
Hell
arrested.
yeah, they got fired and they're gonna be charged. So
They tased
that's a
these
good
kids. Yeah,
thing.
they tased these kids and dragged
Yo,
these
they
kids out their car for
traumatized
no
them
goddamn
kids,
reason.
man, for no reason. No
Crazy.
reason at
Listen,
all. Busting out windows, screaming at them. Yo, that's
listen,
gonna
man.
be trauma for the rest of their life. They're gonna always remember that.
Listen. Again, like we
That's
said
crazy,
on the
man.
last, like we said on the last podcast. Again, I can't really sit here and say, damn, it's unfortunate that these people are breaking. I mean, my personal opinion, I can't really say I think it's a great idea for people to be tearing up, people's businesses and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But at the same time, you can't sit here. We cannot really sit here and say how we should expect people to
Yeah.
react to stuff that's happening.
People
And
mad, man.
again,
They're mad and they're tired.
again,
So
and
tear it
it's
up. And it's
unfortunate. It's unfortunate that a man like Mr. George Floyd had to lose his life for this to be like this powder keg, the spark, the fuse to spark this whole
right.
outrage. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people.
Exactly.
You got. I mean, again, this is a culmination of a multitude of things. You got
Of
people
things, exactly. It's not just
of
him. Remember, in
yeah.
the
You
last
got this.
month or two, you had Ahmaud Arbery, you had Breonna
Yes.
Taylor, not to mention a
Yes.
whole flock of others that we don't know about,
Yes.
or
And
the ones
then
that I just can't even better say their names. People
and
tired.
then but then not only that, we have at least 3 months of lockdown due to
Mhm.
a killer virus that who knows where it came from. We say it comes from
Mhm.
China, but we probably won't know in another 30 years the real truth about this
Exactly.
pandemic, where this virus really came from. But
Exactly.
still in all, we locked down. You got people in their house that can't even feed their family. I
Yeah. No
mean,
money.
you got unemployment. You got almost 40,000. You got 40 million people out of work. You understand what I'm saying? And they in the
Mhm.
house. And again, listen, today is the first. I mean, we in June now, June 1st. Rent is due. You know what I'm saying? And again,
Yeah.
I'll repeat, no one's coming to save our ass. You understand what I'm saying?
None.
No one's
Mhm.
coming to save our ass. So now here we are. People's in the street, and it's
Yeah.
going
They
down.
racking up.
It's
They
saying
racking up.
it's going down.
They
You
taking
know,
care of home. So
you
I ain't
got
mad at
these
them.
governments. You got these governments and these city governments out here. You got people that's been paying all their life into unemployment, expecting the government to be there for them when it's time for them
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
apply for unemployment. They're making you jump through all types
Nothing.
of hoops, just to get your money now.
Rewriting the law so you
Right.
can't get it.
Now, not only that, this is your money now. This is your money and no, our money, and we can't get it. And you got people out here it's been almost 6 or 7 weeks that haven't seen
Mhm.
the red cent, that haven't even gotten a stimulus check. No one's
Exactly.
gotten it. I haven't gotten it. But at the end of the day, you got people
Mine's
out here
done
that's
went
really,
to an account that I don't even know what account that is, and
hey,
then they kicked it
so,
back, and then it's the same account again.
but
I'm like,
not
yo,
only
how many
that,
times you gonna send it to this account?
But not only that, you got people out here that really need it, but you got people out here
And don't got
that
it.
you got people out here that's getting it, that's
Yo,
dead, is
what's wrong
going to
with you,
dead
man?
people that's getting it. This one woman
Mhm.
I seen, this white woman that was on TV, she got the check, plus she got another check for her husband that's been dead for the past 2 years, and she's talking about how she want to give that money back and how she could go ahead and give it back. And man, and if they
find a family to get that to.
Donate that money to somebody else that needs
exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Find a family who really need it, because you know I feel like this: if the government made the mistake of processing that without doing their due diligence and doing what they're supposed to do, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? It's my money anyway. It's my I pay taxes for this.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know, but you know, it's just the same, man. People out here is just really, really hurting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really
absolutely,
hurting.
Man. It's a tough time. And then, you know, all that built up emotion and pressure of what was going on with COVID. Now you got this, people are outraged. And I'm happy to see the young white kids out here, the young Spanish kids and the young black kids. They really out here rallying, and that's what we need. That's what we need for change.
If you're not standing up for the nonsense, man, and you see what's going on right in front of you, and you ain't got nothing to say, you standing silent, then you part of the problem. You part of the problem, and you part of the problem. You understand?
Big time.
So you know, I mean, big shout outs to all of the you know, these white kids and Hispanic and everybody who's involved is trying to really push for change and seeing the outrage of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, again, you know, just was it day before yesterday? Yesterday it was that you have, you know, Mr. Floyd's brother that, you know, I didn't even know he's from New York. Actually, he lives in New York City.
Yeah.
And you know, even after all of the stuff that he's saying, after all of the hurt, and he was saying the same thing. It don't make no sense to be breaking up our businesses, to break up, especially our businesses in our own neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to think a lot of these businesses that we're going to burn down. Exactly. A lot of these businesses that we're going to burn down in our own neighborhoods are not going to come back.
They're not.
You know what I'm saying?
They're going to get their insurance check and they out of there. They don't want that liability no more.
AutoZone, you know, AutoZone and Target, they probably screaming for, they probably jumping for joy right now, because whatever monies that they couldn't make for that year and they monies was, you know, the store wasn't making money, the insurance gonna pay for it because everything's insured. They're gonna get their money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, my bad. Because that dog is just tripping. I don't know what's wrong with him. It seems like every time, you know, I'm doing this show, he started going nuts.
He wants that attention. He want to be on TV too. He wants to be a star. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but yeah, you know, one thing I must say with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother, you know, after all of that, you know, and we said on the other show that got messed up or whatever the case may be, that man, at the end of the day, after we doing all the screaming, after we do all the burning down, everybody burning shit down, and all of the songs of what's that piece? No Justice, No Peace, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. What you about to do, and what you really got to do is you better bring your ass to the voting booth, and you gotta vote.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the only way we're gonna knock them out. We gotta vote, and you can't just be you vote for the president in November.
Right, and it's not because at the end of the day, like I said from before, it don't matter whether who's in the White House. Even if everything goes great, Joe Biden gets in the office or whatever the case may be, but it's the local level. It's the local level we really need to start working at and really start getting in position. And it's all about having that power. It's getting in position, getting position of power. Because if you ain't got no power, man, it's just nothing we could do. We ain't gonna be able to change nothing. Especially when time when the monies to be trickled down, for the monies to be allocated to different communities. If you don't got the right people in place to allocate these monies to the right place and the right programs, you stuck like Chuck any of your motherfuckers.
And that's another thing with the census.
Exactly.
Are people always afraid, saying, "Oh, we don't want them. They're trying to track us and this and this and that and that." Yo, this is why you don't your city don't get no funding. This is why your community, the parks look like how they look. This is why you can't get no upgrades on nothing, because you don't fill them things out.
But you know what? The young folks out here really have to see. I mean, you got these young folks out here. If you look on TV, you see these young folks running. These young folks out here got young legs. They out here, they ripping and running, they doing their thing. But at the same time, you got to have people out there really organizing these young people to really think about what they need to be doing for the future and how we need to lay down and get in position. A lot of these young folks out here, they need to start getting in the position. You don't want to. If you can't beat them, you might as well join them.
Yo, join them. We gotta put
Get into the police
We got to
department.
put our
Become
kids in the police
prosecutors.
department, the
Yeah.
lawyers,
Yeah.
prosecutors,
You know what
attorney
I'm saying?
generals,
We can't, we
mayors,
can't,
governors. We got to fill them slots too, because that's what they're doing, and that's why they're killing us. That's why it's
sometimes
generation
we
to
can't always
generation to
change it. We
generation.
can't, sometimes we can't change it for the outside. So sometimes we got to get inside. We
You
got to
got to
get
infiltrate the
inside.
inside.
And
Yes,
exactly, because that's what the white folks done. That's what the
of
KKK's been
course,
doing. They've
of
been
course.
infiltrated. They infiltrated at every single level. So that's the reason why I say with this white supremacist type government that suppressive government, they infiltrated it. That's
Of
why it works
course,
for the white folks,
of
because they made sure
course.
they fixed it to work
Yep,
just for them.
just for
It ain't gonna
them.
work for nobody
Exactly,
else. That's how they
exactly.
fixed it that way. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, this wasn't something they thought about. Oh, this wasn't something they thought about yesterday. They thought about this 30, 40, 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
That's why you have a
400
nigga
years
like,
ago.
that's why you have a that's why you have a bastard. That's why you have a bastard like Mitch McConnell putting all his judges in. And
Yeah,
not
that's
only
true.
regular judges, lifetime judges. This is how
Lifetime
they operate.
judges.
And this is how we need to change our mindset. We need to change our
Mm-hmm.
mindset and change the way we think. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To do these things. It's about thinking strategically and making strategic moves. That's how we need to really, after we mobilize and we organize, this is what we need to be doing. We need to be plotting and
Absolutely.
planning exactly what's the next step after this. After all of the smoke is gone and the dust is cleared and dust settles and shit, everybody's shit burned down. What's next? Okay, we burn
I
everything
always
down.
see
What's next?
exactly what's next.
What's next?
And number one, I do see, I mean, I think that, the voting is gonna go in the people's favor, because remember, there's a lot of youngins that was like not 18, now they 18 and they're able to vote now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So I think that that's gonna be good. We're gonna have that extra influx of young voters to come in and help push the edge of the vote. And then I think
listen.
too, like sometimes what we always say, we say like the young knuckleheads don't listen. But when you really do, you got to give the youngins justice too, because the ones that's going to college and the ones that's out here really doing some good work, and I'm proud of it.
No, listen. I'm gonna give the young folks the utmost respect. All I want them to do, all I would like to see more is I like to see, we gotta get them folk. I mean, you see the energy that they have to be out here in the
Yes.
street, and the
Yes.
energy they have to stand out there in front of the police and fight with the police and tear shit up and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yep.
We have to have other people to come in and be able to focus that energy in the right
Right.
direction.
Right.
Focus it in the right direction where we
You just
putting
need
these young
mentors.
folks,
You need
exactly,
somebody to
where
mentor the
you
youngins.
putting these young folks in positions of power. You understand these young folks. You understand what I'm saying? There was something my dad used to say to me all the time when I was young, and I really didn't understand it until he passed away. He used to tell me all the time, "Listen, boy, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going. You coming. You know what I'm saying?" He used to say to me
Yeah.
all the time, "You better get up and do what you got to do now. I can't keep telling you what you need to do. I'm giving you the game." He used to say to me all the time, "Listen, man, I'm going.
Damn.
You coming." So
That's deep.
these young folks, they coming. So we need to start putting them in training and
Start
putting them in
putting them,
position.
yeah, putting
You know
them
what
in
I'm saying?
position of power. Because
Putting them in position of power.
what we said, once you have the power, the money gonna come.
Oh yeah, listen. The fact of the matter is, the power is everything. People will take less money just to have more power. I mean, as long as you got the power, the money's gonna come regardless. It don't make a difference what you try to do.
Agreed.
Power is
Agreed.
everything, and that's exactly what these white folks is doing up here in Washington D.C. It's all about power. That's why you can have a dude like Bill Barr
Facts.
that came out of Verizon, that comes out of Verizon, that was a lawyer from Verizon, which he was with, he was with the Bush administration, put the Bush administration also with his fuckery. You understand? For him, you know what I'm saying? He's a man. Bill Barr, what he believes in, he believes in that the president should have total power to do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck he want to do, and that
Damn.
means basically a dictatorship. And you know what? I don't want to be a Mr. Debbie Downer, whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, that peaceful transition of power. If that peaceful transition of power that Obama used to say, "Oh, we got to have this peaceful transition of power."
Yeah, man, it
I
ain't
want
no
to see how
peace
that.
shit.
I want to see how that shit is gonna work. Because to be honest with you, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. From the shit I've been seeing, I don't think that nigga Trump going nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think he going. I don't think he's going to leave peacefully. I really don't think so. I'm going to be really surprised.
But I was going to ask you. So this whole, I read something that says like if martial law is implemented, then the president doesn't change seats. Is that true?
Absolutely, yeah. But see, listen to me. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what he's. Listen. Let me tell you.
You already know what's coming.
Let me tell you the play. Okay, let me just tell you the play, and I could be absolutely wrong. You know, like I said, I'm a nobody. You know,
you've been trying to push that martial law shit for a long time.
I'm just a little. I'm almost out here, just doing what it do. You know, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the highest grade in the dispensary, but here, let me put this around and shoot this in your pipe and see if you can smoke it. Like, to me personally, what I think he's trying to do right now, that's the reason why he's laying the groundwork, and he keeps talking about he don't want it, because you see right now. If you notice around the country right now, the request of ballots of mail-in ballots,
the mail-in ballots,
mail-in ballots are astronomically high.
Right.
There's
and
a
he's
lot
trying
of
to block
people
that.
requesting mail-in ballots.
And he's trying to block it.
Now, also, wait a minute. Now, it's in every state. It's a right. It's your right to get a mail-in ballot. Okay, because if I'm in West Bubblefuck somewhere and I live in New York, or I'm in Florida, it's my right for me to get a mail-in ballot, because I'm a citizen of the United States and I have the right to vote. So with that being said, the numbers of the mail-in ballots are really high. A lot of people are requesting them now, and that's where he's gonna try to do. That's where he's gonna try to put the fuckery in.
Because he's gonna say, "Oh, it's illegal."
People's gonna mail in these ballots, and if he lose, he's gonna say it's fraud. There was fraud going on. All of these mail-in ballots. There's some bullshit going on, and that's where he's gonna try to eradicate the election, the results of the election, and it's gonna be a martial law type thing. And that's how he's gonna try to stay his black ass inside that White House. And on top of that, and the thing about it is, you got to think about it also. If I'm a billionaire, a gazillionaire, and Trump is making me all this bread and making me all this money, and all he's really concerned about, he's a businessman, and he wants to make money, and I'm a billionaire, why would I want Trump to get up out the office while I'm doing so good?
Because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
My bank account is looking lovely with him in there, with all his fuckery and buffoonery and being a bozo that he is in the White House. Let him keep doing that as long as we making money. We good.
Because remember, he's doing that for himself also. He's also doing that for himself because he's a business owner.
Man.
So with all these tax cuts, these tax breaks, and all type of shit, it's gonna benefit him when he's out of office.
Listen to me. I'm gonna say it again, man. Trump ain't that goddamn smart. I mean, he's smart enough. Let me tell you something. He's smart enough because, you know, he's from New York and he got the way to maneuver with his mouth and shit like that.
Right.
But the man ain't that goddamn smart. You know what I'm saying?
He's
to me
not.
personally.
That man is an idiot, That man is an idiot.
It's the people around him. It's the people around him.
Yo, you really trying to take over the show today, yo. You doing too much.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's been so much. The thing about it is, it's been so much going on, man. I apologize. It's been so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's a lot going on, yo. It's a lot, especially with this. What's wrong with you, yo? Today, you tripping?
Nigga need attention, man.
Yo, look at
that boy wants that attention, man.
He been getting attention all damn day. Look, he panting like that's how much he been fighting me to get up here.
Oh wow, because he want to see what's going on. He see the lights, the cameras. He want to see what's going on.
Exactly. Look. But no, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Come on, you got to go, Marty. Come on, it's serious. Come on, chill. All right, so
yeah,
that's the truth, man. So that's the thing. Like he's using this to his advantage, man. Trump, he's not smart, but he knows how to maneuver.
Well, listen to me. I'm not going to completely say he's a complete idiot. He's a dummy because the man made it to the damn White House. So I mean, he made it to the highest office in the goddamn land. You know what I'm saying?
Not by his smarts, though.
But again,
he rallied up the forgotten.
But that's again, the thing about it is the reason why I say he's not that smart, because the office that he's in, he's not even using the officers the full capability. If he listen to me, if Trump really wanted to do some fuckery, he's been doing it, but he could really do it in a really
that's why this whole thing with dispersing the troops on the citizens. I mean, that's one of them. Yeah,
absolutely. But trust me, it wasn't something he thought about. I'm pretty sure it was Bill Barr. Sure. You know what I'm saying? He wants to show strength. I mean, he was He was on that meeting with all them governors, basically calling them all assholes. You jerk offs. You need to use the National Guard and go bust heads.
Soft.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna tell you something else. On a quiet tip, on the low, I've been watching and waiting. That little flap of hair that he got on the top of his head is starting to go white. And when he was on TV yesterday, if you noticed, go back and I want you to put that clip up. If you notice, that nigga's hair went white, and the way he's talking tough. But it seemed to me like that motherfucker was scared because that Friday night, last Friday, they was up in front of that White House and they was trying to get in that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And
it's only so much people. It's only so much people they can control. I'm telling you, it's only so much people they can control.
Not only that, they were saying in Washington D.C. last Friday that shit was well organized. They were setting fires in other places. Just to redirect police in one area so they could try to go into the White House. It got so bad they had to rush that bastard into a goddamn bunker. You damn right. And let me tell you something.
But that's
when
why
he came out,
had to. Go ahead.
Like I said, and when his ass came out to make his little fuckery speech yesterday, that man's hair was white. Okay, I don't know if he had time to dye it. I don't know what the fuck he had to do. But that nigga hair was turning. That nigga hair turned white.
It's turning white,
It's turning white real fast. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why he came out with the big balls. That's why he came out with the big balls and walk across to the church because he was embarrassed that they said that he was down hidden in the bunker. So he had to come out with the force and, you know what I'm saying, while he making his speech to make it look like a big grand entry with the police kicking all the protesters out of here. That man is a pussy, man.
Listen, let me tell you something. You could see with his body language, he shook. Just by him walking across the street, it looked like he was under a robe. Something was helping him walk to get across that street. And for him, you could just see by the way he was holding the Bible, and he just looked awkward. His whole body language, he just looked awkward.
Yes.
He looked awkward.
I agree.
He didn't seem like he was comfortable. He wanted to be there quick, take a picture. He wanted to get the fuck out of there. Okay, he wanted to get the fuck out of there. And that's exactly what he did.
Honestly, I feel like Trump is under high stress. He's under hella pressure. I'm sure he's not happy. I'm sure he's very miserable. And I'm not wishing it on him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he died, like from a heart attack or something.
Listen to me. Let me tell you something. You know what? And the thing about it is, you know what pissed him off the most is every time Obama come out, and when Obama come out and say something, Obama be like, you see, that's why everything's messed up. Basically, he handed you off the football. He said, you want the White House? You think you could do it better than me?
There you go.
Here we go. You got it.
You go.
Now, here we go. And here we go with the dumb shit. And he ain't ready for it. This is too much for him. It's way over his head. It's like pretty much the White House is his prison. He can't go nowhere. He can't come outside. You want to play golf. You can't do that. It's been nice days. Every time he try to get on the golf cart, they talk about how much of a piece of shit he is because he's on the golf cart. People dying. I mean, come on. How could you really deal with that shit? I don't give a damn. Yo, I don't understand how you can keep dealing with that when people gonna beat up your ass every 5 minutes with every little thing that you do.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
You can't go to the bathroom and pee without somebody being there.
You can see it's getting to his ass. His hair. Let's put it up.
You can see it. Hell yeah.
That shit turned white, baby.
It's white now. It's white now. It's white.
And it happened. It pretty much happened overnight. That little. I'm telling you, that Friday night scare when they rushed his ass into that bunker. He's like, yo, they coming to get our ass.
Like people,
let me tell you, I ain't mad at them.
History gonna be made, man. I'm not mad at all. You need to overrun that shit.
They should have. I wish
they could have breached it. Yes, I wish they could have breached it.
People would have got hurt. People would have been sacrificed. People would have got hurt.
That would have been etched in history.
They couldn't have stopped all of them. You got about 500, almost 1,000 people rushing that shit all at one time. You can't stop all them people. You're going to shoot some people. People going to get shot. But if you keep pushing forward, you're going to make it in that door.
Only probably going to get to shoot 2 or 3 people, and then you're going to get overrun. And then they're going to take your weapons. They're going to take your weapons and use your weapons against you.
Exactly. Some people gonna get shot now. Don't get me wrong. Some people, a lot of people gonna get hurt.
You gonna have that's what people don't understand. In the art of war, you're gonna always have sacrifices like that. You're gonna have the pawns. You're gonna have the pawns. You're gonna have the people. And it's unfortunate, but those people know their roles. We need those people.
And not only that, if you notice now, he's really building up the military in DC because they talking about this.
Remember,
between this
he called
Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
There. He called everybody over there.
They said this weekend they about to show him what they working with for real. They gonna show him what he working with, you know. But hey, like I said, what it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
what it is what it is. What it is what it is. You can't be mad. The bullshit this nigga is pulling, talk about when the looting start, the shooting start. Okay,
like he ain't know what the hell that meant,
We're gonna do some looting. Let the shooting start in the front of the White House, because that's what we're gonna do with that. We're gonna do it here. Let the looting and shooting start here. That's what's gonna start. I
see peaceful protesters with rubber bullets in the middle of their head. Some peaceful protesters lost their eye. All type of stuff. Like, come on, like some of these police officers, it shows the brutality. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here kicking people in the face, pushing. Remember the chick that they pushed down and she smacked her head against the concrete? You know what I'm saying? The horse trampled one chick.
Man.
They not playing.
Yeah, man.
They pulling people masks down and spraying them in the face with the pepper spray.
Yup,
they doing all type of crazy stuff.
And the news and the media ain't immune to it either. They throwing a concussion grenades at their ass too. Shooting them with tear gas and all type of dumb shit too. Hitting them with rubber bullets too. All of the same thing. So it's listen, man. It's complete pandemonium. And I predicted this from the. I predicted this from the very beginning. You know, I'm not trying. You know what I'm saying?
No, y'all better go back and listen to all the live shows.
When the pandemic started, I said you're gonna start to see some real shit. People going to be in the streets, because you got to think about it, man. Again, you talking about the basic. We talking about the basic necessity here. We talk about the basic necessity, and we just talking about food, and that's just food to feed your family.
Yeah.
If you see the lines of people going to these pantries trying to get food every day,
crazy,
2-3 miles long, they out there the night before just to stand in line,
to make sure they can get
food. And now, to add insult to injury, I've been working all my goddamn life, paying into unemployment, because you say this is the rules and that's the government. And we paying into unemployment. Now I go try to fill and get my little short ass bullshit ass little unemployment check, and you keep giving me the runaround.
Yeah, runaround.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's basically say no, I don't qualify. What?
You giving me the runaround. Every time I try to put some information in, you change it up and you say some other dumb shit, and I'm not qualified. Now how much? I mean, how much of that shit we gonna take? And then on top of that, we sitting in the house. Not only we got to deal with this pandemic, this disease that who knows where it came from. You understand?
Exactly.
Then we got to watch police out here on TV killing us, folks.
Killing us, folks. Exactly. We tired, man. We tired.
Now, enough is enough for real. Okay, let's go out here and do what it do.
Exactly.
Let's go out here and get this.
Now, it kind of makes America afraid, because you know what I'm saying? I see a saying going around that says, yo, America lucky we only looking for justice versus revenge. Because imagine. Imagine if we was out here for revenge. Imagine what they would face. And it shows, like, it's strength in numbers. Like, we could really get together and make a movement and make change, man. We could change history. And we got to continue to push forward and push the plight.
You could see in this type of uprising, the way people uprise, the way this situation is going, you could see a difference even in the police. We down here in Florida, and you already see police taking the knee. Colin Kaepernick had been taking the knee for the longest time. He was showing people how to do it peacefully, and y'all didn't like it then.
And they ain't
like
now
it
all
of a sudden now
we rowdy,
now
and they don't like it either.
You got the police taking the knee. Oh, don't take a knee now. You out here trying to bust heads.
Martin Luther King protested peacefully. They ain't like that shit either, so they off him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So these white people don't know what they want, man. These white people don't know what they want from it. They just want us to shut up. Period.
We could go back. We can go back. I mean, listen, man. I mean, what happened back in Martin Luther King days, Malcolm X days? It's all all recycling itself. It's all the same
repeats
thing.
Itself. It's the same thing like clothes. Clothes come back in style. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
everything repeats itself.
There's nothing different. The black man stand up and wants to say, I need change. That's what you're going to say. The black man is a terrorist. Black man is a thug.
Yep.
I mean,
That's why
It's
what
ridiculous.
this whole Antifa thing. I don't get it. Like, so now they trying to say these protesters out here is Antifa.
But you know what? Again, this shows his stupidity. There is no Antifa. They
It's
use it. There's no
none.
head. There's no
That's
head
what I'm
of
saying.
Antifa.
It's none.
He comes out and say, oh, we're gonna say Antifa is a racist is a terroristic
Yo,
organization.
until the day
There
they
is no
chop
head.
down KKK, they can't say shit about no other organizations because
Listen, man.
they allowed the KKK to like, they already in all the systems. That's why this
Well,
shit going
you
on,
had
and
them
they allowed
boys.
them
Listen.
to continue. Remember, even with Black Wall Street.
Well, listen.
Even with Black Wall Street, they allowed them crackers to come in our neighborhoods, burn it down, kill our people, and it was okay. But anytime anybody
And
else standing up for a cause,
Black
they
Wall Street,
terroristic.
Black Wall Street was a devastating tragedy. But again,
Hell yeah,
you could
it set
you
our
don't even
people
have to
back
go. You
hundreds of
don't even have to go.
years.
We don't even have to go back that far. Look what happened in Virginia when that
Mm-hmm.
man, when the president right now just said, "Oh, there's good people on both sides." What you mean,
Yep,
racist motherfuckers out
son.
there talking about Jews gotta die, and all type of dumb shit? You understand what
Yep.
I'm saying? They good people. But now when we upset about our
We
situation, we
thugs.
thugs
We
and terrorists.
thugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We thugs and terrorists. Okay. Okay. There's a young lady, Heather, what's her name? I forget her name. Heather Heyer. She got killed by some white supremacist dude.
Yes. Yes.
And
Who ran a car through the protesters?
He's never said, oh, those guys are terrorists. He never said they
Yep. He
terrorists.
never came out and said
He
it.
never
They're
called
good
them
people.
terrorists. Yeah, he never said that. They good people. Those are good people. You
When the white
understand what I'm
folks
saying?
go out there and hoorah, they come out with their guns. No, we have the right to
Yo,
catch coronavirus.
you
They're
know,
good
these dudes,
people. You gotta work with them.
the thing about it is with these white folks are really, they really truly believe they privileged to do what the
Of
fuck they want to do.
course.
They can
Of
kill us when they feel
course.
like doing it. They can
Of
take what they want to
course.
take when they feel like doing it. And this is the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I said from before, this democracy shit with a lot of these white folks, they feel like it's too much. We need to stop this shit. That's why I say that they want
Man.
to go after that's why I say they want to go after the Constitution and change the shit.
Of
Because
course.
we got too many voices out here. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they so buddy and chummed up
Especially
with
with
Putin.
something like this, they see how
Exactly.
crazy it could get. So
You know what I mean?
definitely
Ain't
that's
no
in the
damn
work.
control. This is the reason why we need to control this shit. I'm telling you, they really believe, they really trying to push that dictatorship, yo. It's better that way. You know, let's eliminate Congress. Let's eliminate these
Yep.
senators and all that bullshit that tell us what to do. And let's shut this shit down and
Putin
take
is
this
gonna
shit
be in the
over.
seat until the day he die over there. That's what Trump want.
Yo,
Trump would
man,
love to
listen,
have
man.
that power.
Listen, you know. And
You know what I wanted to
also,
talk
too,
about?
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No. What I
Finish that
wanted to say,
statement.
because something that we didn't say that on the last show,
Mm-hmm.
is that I wanted to say I wanted to give a big shout out to that young lady Tamika Mallory, man. Her voice is
Oh
so big.
man,
That speech she said, and she was talking about that speech is gonna go down in
powerful,
history
man.
because she hit
It
it.
brought
She
so
hit that,
much chills. It brought so much chills,
man.
and me as a woman, you know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah, man.
inspired me. You know what I'm
For
saying?
her
It's
being such,
inspiring.
she looks like she's like a real little tiny person, but she's like a
Yeah,
tiny
like
person
me.
with a big fucking voice, man. I mean, she
Hmm.
hit that shit so she hit
Hell
that
yeah.
joint right out of the
It
park. She hit it
resonated,
right
man.
out of the
That
park.
shit was so
Oh man,
impactful and powerful.
resonated.
I
Oh
was
my god.
proud. I
So
was
yeah,
proud to be a
resonated.
woman. Not only to be a
Oh
woman,
yeah.
to be a black woman, to be
Oh
up
yeah.
out here. Like,
Oh yeah.
like, like those are the leaders that we need. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
absolutely,
Males too.
absolutely,
With males too. Those are the
absolutely,
leaders
man.
that we need. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Absolutely.
got Killer Mike talk to some good talk
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We need that type of moment. You gotta really feel it. Like my son and stuff like that. I really appreciate the stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Sean King, but I don't understand how Sean, like, people keep messing with him because he a light skinned dude. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he do a lot. He do a lot for our
Oh,
people. You know what I'm
he do
saying?
hell
He
of a
do
lot.
hell of a good work.
I
And it's
mean, when
like,
let
yo,
me tell you something. One thing about Sean King, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I
mm-hmm,
disagree with just a few. I mean, a
mm-hmm,
few. I
of
mean, the only thing I
course.
really disagree with is some
We
of the stuff
can
with him
agree
and
to disagree. Of
exactly just
course.
about the stuff
That's
with him and
life.
Bernie Sanders. But overall,
Mm-hmm,
when he speaks and he mobilizes people and he get at your
mm-hmm.
ass, he's
Hell
the man you
yeah.
want to have
They don't
behind you.
stop. They are
I'm
the
telling you,
folks. They are the
yeah,
folks that's on the front line doing their thing. So I wanted to touch
absolutely. I can't,
with what Lil
man.
Wayne was saying. Lil
Yeah,
Wayne is a nigga that don't stand for nothing sometimes, and it just annoys me. Yo, somebody need to smack his ass. I understand what he's saying,
I
but I
think
don't
when we see
understand what
these
he's saying
situations,
because
I think
you
we
have a
also have to
platform.
understand that we have
You
to be very
huge.
specific.
You could
hmm
say
And so
something,
specific, and what I mean by
and
that,
it could create
we have to
change.
stop
It can spark the fire that we need. It can create a movement. You could probably get on the phone with people that local people like me and you can't get on the phone with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So even though you probably can't do it all, but you could do something. Something. You know what I'm saying? You can do something. When you look at people like Taylor Swift, white folk coming out here saying stuff. When you got Billie Eilish, you got white folks saying stuff. They really out here. You got Machine Gun Kelly. You got white folks really out here using their platform to shake shit up. You can do something. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's monetary. I understand they celebrities. They're not gonna be out here on the front line. But like you have things like Mason and Tamika Mallory's foundation. I forgot what it's called. It's called Freedom something, but I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna make sure I put that up. You got Sean King's organizations that's bailing out protesters that's being locked up and stuff like that. Donate monetarily. You know what I'm saying? Donate money. You know what I'm saying? You probably can't be out here doing a lot, but you could give, you could do something. You could say something and you could give something because you're in a position to do that. And when you got a platform, you have to do something. Now, I'm not all for the whole social media stuff and to flex and say, oh, I did this on social media, but you can do something. You don't have to just be quiet. So his basic thing was saying, okay, you do the rah, rah, rah stuff, but what's next? That's understandable. But you ain't got to rah, 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 rah. Give the folks that's doing the legwork out here more money and more mobility to continue to do what they do. And that's it. That's all you got to do.
But you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say about Lil Wayne. I mean, you know what I'm gonna say is that I look at him like he's somewhat out of touch, and the reason why I say he's somewhat out of touch is because if you look at Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne been in this music business and been doing this since he was like since 13. He was a little kid. So he's almost like a fish. He's almost like a fish in a fishbowl. He's been like that for what almost 20, almost close to 20 to 30 years now.
Right.
Let's say about 20 years or so. That he's not really been embedded into the community like you know what I'm saying? Because he's been doing this shit since he was so young. So a lot of the shit that I think he be saying that he says out his mouth is just being out of touch, yo. It's being out of touch. It's that celebrity.
So when you say out of touch, right? If a white celebrity said that, we would be all in their ass though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
I'm not giving him. I don't want to give his ass a pass because I believe if you out of touch and you don't feel you really know what the fuck you're talking about, you should go learn, or you should go to somebody who really knows. You understand what I'm saying? You should go around somewhere. You should go learn and go find out what the hell's going on before you open up your mouth. But again, you know, the way he speaks to me and how I'm just perceiving how he's talking.
It's the drugs.
That too. You know, it's that too. And again, and what happens when you on drugs and you doing shit like that? It puts you out of touch,
you
man.
Don't know you out of touch. That's a fact.
The boy. If you listen to sometime when the boy talked and he was on drink champs and he was talking about he's never. Not only that. Listen. Not only that. The dude said he ain't never been to a mall and never shopped like for 20 years.
Yeah.
Listen. He's been getting everything given to him on a gold plate platter, basically. Right. He hasn't. He don't go nowhere. He don't do. You understand what I'm saying? So
he don't have to do nothing. Yeah, he's in a bubble.
He don't. You know what I'm saying? He's almost like in a bubble. But again, I'm not gonna give him a pass because listen, little nigga, you should learn. You should learn. Yeah. But at least
you better learn.
At least when I'm gonna give him this, he's trying to open up a platform and he's trying to talk. You just need to have people around him that's going to give him some good information.
You got Taylor Swift. Yeah. Taylor Swift is a blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. She's going against her whole following by saying the shit that she said about white supremacy. So if she can shake some shit up, you can. You got Justin Bieber talking. You got Billie Eilish. You got all of these white people talking. You can say something, my nigga. You can say something. But they want to promote... They want to promote all the drugs and all the syrup and the lean sipping and all this stuff, but they're not telling people how it's affecting their damn brains. And I can't get with that.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, man, I don't want to give him a full goddamn pass because again, he's not a kid, he's an adult.
Right.
So when
you
adult, you gotta go seek out the information. So I can't give him a pass because a full pass, but I could kind of understand a little bit the reason why he would be saying something stupid or something dumb, because he didn't take the time to go really figure it out and learn, because everything's been being done for him. I mean, people buy his clothes, people get his food. He don't do. The dude says he hasn't been in a regular public airport for like 10 years.
Yeah.
If
crazy.
you ain't been around people and you not really, do you think Lil Wayne's sitting home watching the news and watching what's going on the news and shit like that? You think he's doing that?
Exactly.
He's sitting in the studio somewhere probably as we speak right now. Probably sitting in
smoking his head off.
Right? In the studio or inside his house, from what I heard, he had a skateboard thing inside his house. That's probably exactly what the fuck he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not taking the time, I'm just hoping, being that he has this little platform, that he has people that he's trying to have a platform and he's talking, that he have people around him that's going to make him sound smart and give him good information to make, you know what I'm saying, to really open up to broaden his horizons and make him, have some smart shit to say. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you can feel how you want to feel. It's all good. But, say some shit that makes sense, my nigga. Say some shit that's really going to help the situation. If you ain't going to do something to help the situation, or either put people or point people.
There's something you can do.
Right.
Everybody has a role.
In the right direction.
Everybody has a role. Everybody can fit in somewhere. You got the money, give the money.
Everybody got a position to play, man. Everybody has a position to play.
I just got to give a shout. I got to go back again and give a shout out to Justin Bieber, Machine Gun Kelly. It's a whole lot of celebrities that's really, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z been on the phone. Jay-Z been on the phone making some calls. Drake gave like $100,000 for like one of the foundations to continue to bail out the protesters and stuff like that. So everybody has a role. You could fit in somewhere. You probably can't do it all, but you can fit in somewhere.
Even Floyd Mayweather gave a check for like $80,000.
Exactly. He paid for the whole funeral.
Paid for the whole funeral. That was really appreciative. That's a good thing. You understand what I'm saying?
And you know, I'm not the biggest. I don't think Floyd really stands for nothing, but I was like, yo, that was big. You know what I'm saying? I even reposted that on the platform on Raising Kings on IG.
Well, I mean,
it's about damn time you did something for the people.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say he probably didn't do nothing for the people, but it's just the only thing that I would say with Floyd, there's just a stupidity of.
Yeah, I think he liked the controversy of saying dumb shit.
I don't know, just the dumb. I don't know, man.
Because you can't have your people, and then honestly, you know what? Because niggas ain't always accurate. Because even with that whole Gucci protest, it probably was done for 2 days, and niggas was wearing Gucci again. You know what I'm saying? So with that situation, he was basically saying like, "Yo, I'm not following what everybody else doing. But for you to be in the Gucci store taking flicks or whatever store it was, posting it on your live and shit like that after we was going through a whole thing with him, it's just crazy." But I understand some people ain't. My
thing is with all of that shit. Really, to be very quite honest with you, really, I mean, you making all these white folks rich, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to make shit hot, build your own fucking brand. I know you got the money to build your own brand.
We can all build black brands, and we'll have to follow off their stuff, and that's the problem. We keep giving into their own, but that's a whole nother conversation, man.
It is. That's a whole. We're gonna get off topic with what's really going on. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, all I can really say is only time will tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said in our last show that got screwed up. Listen, like I was saying, we had the conversation and we was talking about the hustle. You understand what I'm saying? And only time will tell, because at the end of the day, like I said in the last joint we was talking about, I don't care what hustle you got going on. I don't care what you doing and what kind of hustle you doing. I promise you that hustle will dry up. And the question is, with all these jokers that got it, what's the plan after the hustle dry up?
Exactly.
What you gonna do after that? What's the next plan?
That's like all these folk out here, they stealing like jewelry and iPhones and stuff like that. What y'all gonna do with that shit? Like, if you steal a watch that's worth $80,000, do you not realize every diamond chip that's in that shit, it got a serial number? You can't off it unless you know somebody like in the diamond district or that you can off it to. You ain't gonna get nothing for it, and then they're gonna lowball you because they know it's stolen. So why y'all stealing shit?
And be honest with you, with these young folks, if you want to go rob, Don't go to the store. If you're gonna rob,
You
you're
better go
gonna
to the
steal,
damn bank.
go to the motherfucking bank. Shit,
It's
what
the
you gonna go
same.
get
It's
jewelry
the
for?
same charge, the same
You
amount of
understand what
time.
I'm saying? You're
I
gonna get
just
the
said they
same time. So
stupid.
if you're gonna go for the gusto, baby, go all the way. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
If you're
going
gonna go
stealing these
inside, go all the way
Hublots
in.
and
You
these
understand?
Rolexes, and they
Going
hitting up
inside
ice
Foot Locker.
box.
I seen this one chick. She went into a Foot Locker. The chick pulled her car up. She pulled her car up now, went into the Foot
Wow.
Locker, stole some shit, put it inside her car, drove off,
Mm-mm-mm.
and then came back again to
And
Foot
then
Locker. I mean, yo,
and
come
then
on.
reloaded.
I mean, again,
Yeah.
and reloaded again. I mean, come on, man. If you're gonna steal, go in there
You
and
might as
steal
well
for real, my
exactly.
nigga.
You might as
Go
well
into
go
the
up in the
bank,
mid,
do something.
go into the bank, go
You,
steal some
they
gold
say
bricks or something like
they
that.
saying that some of these protesters are coming out there tools and all type of shit. Go get some big heavy tools. You know, while
Yep.
motherfuckers is robbing and stealing, the police is out there
Yep.
occupied. Get some
Yep.
heavy duty tools and go up into the banks, my nigga, and get busy.
Yep.
Those are the niggas that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
you know, they're the ones that's really oppressive. The banks are oppressive. They're not trying to give no small businesses loans. They're not trying to give
Mm-hmm.
nobody else no loans.
They
All
ain't
types of
giving
these things,
nothing.
man. Go. That's right. Go there. Go there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But the small mom and pop shops,
Yeah, leave them alone, man.
that you're
That
killing
that that's
in
your
the
own
neighborhood,
that's your own
that's not where it's
neighborhood.
at.
You can't
That's
do
not
that,
where it's at.
man.
And
That's the only thing
listen,
I don't respect.
let me put a disclaimer in there. I'm not provoking. I'm not provoting. You know, I'm not trying to sit out here and trying to promote people to go out there and rob banks. Now, I apologize. You know, I'm just saying if you're gonna steal,
Exactly.
go for the
If you're gonna
gusto.
stay, you're gonna get in trouble. It's the same charge.
I don't. I don't
They're gonna
believe. I
lock
don't
your ass up.
believe. I don't believe that you should be out here doing that. But if you're gonna do it, go for the
You
gusto.
might as well go big or
Might as
go
well.
home.
That's right. That's it. Go big or go home. God damn it.
Hey,
Shit.
you
Fuck
seen
Foot
that dude
Locker.
on the horse that stole the police horse?
Yeah, I seen him riding the goddamn horse. I seen him. These motherfuckers are so
Hey,
crazy,
you
man.
know it was crazy because I was like, yo, how the hell he know how to ride a horse?
Of course,
And then
he in the
the
sack. He
I
got
stole
GPS
it from the
going.
police.
Like the GPS supposed to direct him where he was, right?
I stole the police horse.
yo.
Fuck
You
it.
know the crazy
Hey,
shit. This is some other
black
crazy
people
shit too.
hilarious, yo.
Not only that, let me tell you how disrespectful these New York niggas is too. I don't know what they
Hmm.
did because you know when they was breaking into these police cars and shit like that, they got police
Yeah,
radios. So yesterday,
yeah.
that shit was so funny. They on the police radio, so the dispatcher's like, "Oh, where they running to? Where they running to?" And he's like, "My dick, my dick." And shit, you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. And they out there on the radio. They out there on the radio telling the police, "Suck my dick" and all some shit. So now today,
Damn.
they was in front of City Hall saying the same shit, telling the police, "Suck my dick," and they were chanting. They was making a big chant talking about. And I
Yeah.
said, that's really disrespectful. When you inviting
Hell
somebody to
yeah.
your date, that's very
Yo.
especially in New York City. I don't know how it is anywhere else, but
Nah,
when
it's
you
like
tell
that here.
somebody, you invite somebody like that, you tell somebody to do the
I think
SMD.
that's universal language. You tell somebody to
Listen,
suck your dick, then it's a problem.
you either gonna have to. It's time to kill.
It's time to die.
It's
Yep.
time to
You
die.
gonna kill her, you gonna
You don't
die.
you don't you don't do that. You don't do that. That's very disrespectful, man. Very very disrespectful.
Man,
Say some shit like
it's
that.
crazy, yo. It's crazy. So, it's
Yeah, you
all the
tell
stuff
people
that's
suck your dick
going
and
on in
spit
the
on people.
news.
Yeah,
Yes. All
it
the
is,
stuff that's
man.
going
It's
on
so
in
much
the news,
fun.
the stuff that we talked about. We done talked about y'all people going out and grabbing y'all guns and getting licensed and stuff like that, but y'all won't listen. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah,
time because I really feel like it's like civil unrest and I feel like it's a war coming. And we not prepared. The black race is not prepared for it. Maybe there's some,
they're not.
but like
They're not.
how the white
They're
folks
not.
are prepared for it, we not prepared for it, man.
They're not.
Go buy
They're
a
not
gun.
at all because
They got AR-15s on sale right now for $3.99. Go
yo,
get you one.
listen. And
Go
and the
get
thing
you
about it is,
one.
this is stuff that we spoke about. We spoke
Yeah,
about before.
many
And
shows
you go to
ago.
some, especially down here in Florida.
Mhm.
You know, you go
Mhm.
to you go to these gun shows that they have pretty much
Yep.
every week. There's a gun show going on some
Yep.
damn where in Florida.
Mhm.
Now you go to these gun ranges, and when you go to the gun range, there was a gun range I used to go to, and
Mhm.
yo, it was like a just to get into the range. It's like
A
a
family
1 to
affair,
2
man.
hour wait, man.
Yep.
And they bringing everybody. They
Yep.
bring up everybody from the
Grandma,
5-year-olds on up.
mama,
Everybody's
papa.
shooting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. The
Everybody's
kids,
learning
the
how to shoot.
grandkids.
The kids,
Yes.
everybody. It's a
Yeah.
like a weekend affair of after church, let's go shoot guns. You know what I'm saying? So
You live
I
up that way
mean,
anyway, but down here
yeah,
I don't really have no issue with the weight, but they be in there though. And you be
yeah,
hearing boom, boom, boom. They got the big
man,
stuff.
listen.
They don't
That's
got these
one
little handguns.
thing. That's one thing I could say that us as black folk, and listen, I'm just speaking from what I've seen.
Mhm.
I could be
Mhm.
I could be completely wrong because I've seen guys, some black folks that's in Texas and other places that's real versed in
Because
guns.
Texas is a gun toting state, so
Right. But Florida is too. But
it
I
is too.
think
It
that
is too.
really need to think of, to really need to be able to protect ourselves. I mean, we need to, if you could you legally be able to obtain a firearm, you need to have one. You need to have
Remember,
one.
Hefe, I said if you
You need
don't
to have
have
one.
any charges, or if you can, you need to have you a passport and a gun license. It shouldn't
But
be
I
no
tell
ifs,
you,
ands, or buts
you
about it.
know, I mean, I tell you, you got a lot of people out here, the bad jokers out here, they got theirs, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna
Hmm.
hold theirs. So
Exactly.
I mean, and there's one thing that I've always said, I always said to myself, I'm not gonna be nobody's sacrificial lamb. You
Hell
know,
no.
you got these Bible thumping Trump supporting terrorists out here that's gonna come out here and try to make an example out of you,
Yeah, make
out as
an
black folk, because
example.
that's what it is. It's
Hmm.
just like we said, our shirts that we have, we trying to sell, it's war on
Yeah.
melanin.
War on
And, and,
melanin. It
and, and the
is. It's a
thing about it
fact.
is
This is a
they,
part of the collection too. If y'all
you know,
looking at it, this is just a beautiful. We had to do it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a
You never
war on
seen nothing
melanin,
like
man.
that before. The
You
whole
know,
precinct burned down. War on melanin.
and the thing about it, man, this system, and the thing is, people are saying, oh, we need to tear down this white supremacist system and all this shit.
Hmm.
This is true. It's true.
Hmm.
We need to tear it down. But I'm gonna
But
tell you something.
how?
It ain't gonna be teared down, because the reason why it ain't gonna be teared down, they too deep and rooted in the system. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
deeply rooted.
This system that
We have to get into the
this system that
system.
these white folk, right?
Hmm.
You can get it. Listen, look. Prime example. Okay,
Hmm.
prime example. When Obama got
Hmm.
elected to the
Hmm.
presidency, we thought, oh my God, it's great. We was great. Obama's in. We got a black man in office. But if you look
Hmm.
at his 4 years, everything he tried to do, they blocked his
Yeah, they
ass.
blocked it. They did. They
He
did.
could have did a lot more. He could have did a
Hmm.
lot more if he could.
Hmm.
But they blocked him on every level. Every time he tried to
Hmm.
turn, they blocked his ass.
Hmm.
So this is
That's
what
why
I'm trying to
we
say.
got to go out and vote. That's why we got to go out and vote. We got to vote for our city
Even though we got to go out
officials,
and vote,
our
even though we have to
senators,
go out
our
and
House
vote,
representatives.
yes. But at the same time, we have to go and push for these positions and get into
Yep.
position. We got to
Yeah.
get into position. We got to get
Yep.
into these offices. We
Just
got to
like
get
we out here
elected.
rioting, we got a right to get
Exactly.
into these
You
positions
know,
as well, because
and,
we're
and
gonna
people,
always be backwards if we're not
and
in these seats.
and what we were talking about from before, we were saying about, like, how could we reform the police need to be reformed. And we were saying the police don't need it. The police can't be allowed to police themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's just stupid. Like, you have a police, the police is policing themselves. You can't. It
Hmm.
has to be some type, like I was saying, it has to be some type of a completely
Yeah, they can't be
independent
allowed over themselves.
civilian commission that
Yep.
oversees the police and the
Yep.
prosecutors, even the
Yep.
prosecutors, even
Yep.
even like, okay, just like with the Ahmaud Arbery case, those
Hmm.
prosecutors, they knew those police, they knew those two, they
Yep.
knew that the dad, he worked with them,
Yeah.
he worked in the
He
same,
was a retired police officer.
right, and he worked in the U.S. attorney, he worked in the attorney's office, the
Hmm.
prosecutor's office, so they wasn't
Hmm.
going to prosecute him. You understand what I'm
Right. Of
saying?
course not.
It
Of
has
course
to
not.
be, completely independent. And I'm
Yep.
telling you, even I wouldn't even want to put retired police officers on
Hmm.
that civilian board to
No, they
investigate the
have to
case.
be
It has to
plain
be
civilians,
not only civilians, because they have to investigate,
or
because
people who is not a part of like the police department. You know what I'm saying?
that's what
We
I'm
gotta
trying to
have
tell you.
lawyers on board to know the law and stuff like that, but it gotta be like
Right.
people from everywhere where we
This
take
is
a
what I'm
vote.
trying to tell you. The people who's investigating, it has to be
Hmm.
it has to be completely autonomous from the police department. They got to be trained separately. They can even carry guns too, because they got to investigate the police. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a system. It has to be a commission, a civilian board that oversees what goes on, and they're the ones who makes the decision about the police and who's going to get prosecuted and who's not. It has to be completely autonomous from the police department. Period.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you know, and I'm not going to try to say that I'm the smartest dude. I'm the smartest dude because I got it from Mr. Dick Gregory, and it's absolutely makes sense to me.
Of course,
and I've heard it said before. And the best thing to do, because you really want to put these police under pressure, make them get, like he said, make them get insured so they can be sued. Because a lot of these police officers, a lot of these elected officials and police officers, they can't be sued.
Yeah,
they can't be sued when they do this
work
stuff.
for the state.
They're shooting people. Exactly. You have to give them something that they know they're going to lose after going after their money. Going after their money and all that other stuff.
Here's what it is. Being that we can't take their pensions, even if they kill somebody in the wrong, we can't take. They probably could be fired, but we can't take their pensions. But when they get sued, whatever they get for their pension should go to the family.
Not only that, you're gonna hit. I'm telling you, the best way to get them is to hit their ass in the pocket. That's the best way to get. That's the best way to get them. I mean, it's just like it's a saying in you know, because it's a saying in like street racing, right? It's a saying in street racing. When you put that money on the wood, we could talk all day for bragging rights about who's winning this and how we did this. But when you put that money on the wood, when money's involved, the whole game changes. I don't care how much it is.
That's right. That's a fact.
It can be $10. When you betting on when you got your money involved, you risking your money involved.
It's serious.
You think twice about, oh my God, I don't want to do that because I'm not trying to lose this money. So that's what it needs to be. That's gonna stop that's gonna stop a lot of this police brutality out here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you pass a law, if you pass some type of legislation where the police could be sued for the dumb shit that they be doing and illegally arresting people. Not only that, too.
They're gonna tighten up.
These Karens out here, these people out here that's acting like Karen, that want to call police on people. You put some legislation in to be like, you falsely accuse somebody of some dumb shit.
Yeah,
your ass
but that's already a law. They supposed to be in jail. They supposed to be in jail, but they never get charged.
There is a law pending, but they haven't passed that law. They haven't. There's a few senators, in matter of fact, especially in New York, trying to pass that law, but they can't get it through. But if they pass some type of real legislation, and this is why we need to get people in positions of power that's willing to push, to go in there to push, to get these type of legislations put in there.
Absolutely.
Especially with the police.
Because they ask us too, when they know they falsifying police reports and stuff, and they ask to go to jail for about like 5-6 years, they ask to stop.
There you go. The same thing with prosecutors too. These prosecutors that's falsely accusing people, like the Central Park, with the Central Park 5. When you falsely accuse these people, and you find out the shit comes out later that they all falsified it, it was a lie, it was this, it was that.
Then they have to jail. I don't care how old they are. I don't care how old they are.
Absolutely,
they should be facing this death penalty.
Exactly. Consequences and repercussions for that.
It's the same thing when you go into George Floyd's autopsy. These motherfuckers basically say it was a murder, but this cop foot on his neck wasn't a reason. What? How could you say something like that? How could you even say something like that? No, they did an independent report, but just to show he is the medical examiner for the state. So you can imagine how many times they done killed niggas and got away with it because it's medical examiner. He needs to hang it up. He needs to hang it up, Jefe, because he is not honest. He's obstructing justice.
That's right.
And he's hiding evidence. So whoever that medical examiner was, male or female, they need to hang it up, and they should be jailed for obstructing justice.
And see, and this is the part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. When you get on the inside, and you working with these police every day, and you the medical examiner, you know all these police, they know what to do.
That's your friend.
You know what to do. Just don't, say what do you have to say, but let's don't put these guys in trouble.
That shit was so insulting. They basically said, they basically blame him basically they're saying, oh, you weren't healthy enough for us to strangle you for 9 minutes. What the fuck?
Exactly.
How about you say it was a murder, which it was, for him to strangle somebody for 9 minutes? Asphyxiation, yo.
Asphyxiation.
A blind
It was
man can
two
see
officers. There was 2 officers on his back that compressed his lungs, and there was another officer suppressing him on his neck.
Once you already on your stomach, it's hard to breathe.
Exactly.
Once you're on your stomach, your diaphragm can't expand to its fullest potential.
Exactly.
He was in handcuffs.
And what that officer did, the officer stopped the blood going to his brain. Bruh. That's basically what he did. By the officer having his foot on his neck,
one of your biggest arteries is in your neck. Right. One of your major arteries. Like if I cut myself right now, if I cut myself right now, I'm gone. There's no way. Even if the ambulance come, even if paramedics come here in 2 minutes, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So for him to cut that off, come on, man, that's some bullshit. Exactly. And that's just to show you the injustices we face daily.
And you know what? Every time I try to look at it, and people's been saying it, and it's like crazy.
Disrespectful, man.
How that officer was sitting on Mr. Floyd's neck like that, and he just knew he was sitting there like it was so comfortable, like it was no big deal for him to do, because he knew he wasn't going to get in trouble. He knew it.
No, he thought he wasn't gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, he didn't
think it would be this much uproar, but it was his ass. Yeah. And I hope somebody getting in his ass in prison. I hope I hope he don't got no asshole.
No. They already moved him. They moved him quick because all the protesters that was getting locked up out there, they were going into where he was at. So they said they had to move his ass because he's supposed to go to court. So they said, no. There was too many people getting locked up that was going in that prison. They knew they was going to see his ass, so they had to move his ass up out of there. They had to get him out of there. You know what I mean? Which, hey, I mean,
the disrespect, man. The disrespect. I just can't get over the medical examiners doing that shit. Like, that's hella disrespectful. Like, you already see people rioting, and you gonna come up with some bullshit like that?
It's not a surprise, though. It's not a surprise. I mean, it's really not, because they all work together. At the end of the day, they all work together, man. They all
on the same. They all on the same team.
Exactly, they all work together.
All on the same team.
This is the reason why. We need to have. It needs to be an independent civilian commission board with teeth. They have to. I mean, it can't just be a regular civilian board. That they gotta have really legitimate power to say, we're taking your gun and badge, and you will be prosecuted. And we're gonna lock you up right now. You're getting locked up, or whatever the case may be. If there's a shooting, if there's a shooting that was on the scene, we come. That civilian board sends their own investigators out and see what happened. They see it was an unlawful shooting. They lock your ass up right then and there, and they take your ass in. They're completely. I'm telling you, completely separate.
I just think separate. Because the prosecutors, the investigators, they should not be tied to no precinct. When something happened, it should just be a special force that come out and investigate and do everything, like you said.
You got to look at it like this. If I'm a prosecutor, me and you, I'm police officer, you a prosecutor. I work with you every single day. We have a rapport.
I done built a relationship with you.
Exactly. You find out some bullshit happened to me. What you gonna do? You gonna try to help me out, right? You gonna try to
protect me? Yeah, that's my homie, man. Let me find a loophole.
There you go. You understand what I'm saying? And this is nothing new. This has been happening for centuries. This has been happening for decades.
Yeah.
This system that they have built, this system is built to marginalize us. It's built to work against us. I mean, I remember, as you know, me growing up in the inner city, in the neighborhood, these police were out here preying on us to scar us. This is the reason why the rate of so many us black men got locked up and all in jail.
Of course.
It was all to.
Remember, NYPD is some of the most corrupt cops, in the United States.
You got to think about it. You have to think about it. If we can get out here early and lock these little black bastards up early and scar them early, they can't vote.
Yeah.
We can't go get good jobs. We can't go and try to become police officers. You know, we can't go try to become lawyers and be prosecutors. So let's scar these little fuckers. Let's scar these little black bastards early, from young. So it don't matter what it is. We walking across the street, let's lock them up. You do your jaywalking, lock them up.
I mean,
it's all about the numbers, man. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about the numbers. They know they outnumbered. They know it's about the numbers. Let's lock them up, and let's have this legal slavery and this big. Let's keep opening up these private prisons and have this legal
Mm-hmm.
slavery, and have these guys working at these
Yep.
unicorns and building furniture and
Yep.
building computer components
For
for
2 or 3 cents an
for
hour, yo. What
peanuts.
the
You
hell,
understand? The
yo?
federal
It's
system in the
crazy.
feds, you get paid. In the feds, you get paid once a month. And as I do remember, it might be higher now. I don't know. But back then,
Shit, probably not.
the highest paying job. Listen to me. Listen to this. The
Mm-hmm.
highest paying job in the federal system back then, back in like 95,
Mm-hmm.
96, was 50
Mm-hmm.
cents an hour.
God damn.
50 cents an hour. And
Legal slavery.
listen, and niggas was scrambling. They were scrambling to
To
get
get
that
that
job
shit,
because
yeah.
they had nothing coming. They family wasn't sending them no commissary money. They wasn't getting no pink slips or no yellow slips or no money being
Right.
put in a commissary, whatever the case may be. So
Mm-hmm.
if you got a 50-cent job and you getting paid once a month, you might get like $150 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
God
Something like
damn.
that, which is good money for you to go to commissary
To
and
your
shit like that.
commissary, exactly. To buy
So
your deodorant, your toothpaste, chips
and
here and there,
again,
cookies.
remember, in the Fed system, they have contracts with Canada. They were making
Yes.
building furniture, all types of dumb shit.
Yo,
It's legal. It's basically the
it's legal
new
slavery.
form of legal fucking slavery, my nigga.
And another
You
thing
need to
is
know that
too, they
shit.
need to deprivatize prisons. Prisons should not be owned by private
Hey,
investors.
hey,
That's the problem. You
but
got
listen to me.
and when you look into the prison system,
Mhm.
everything is privatized. The clothes,
Absolutely,
the
absolutely,
shoes, the
absolutely,
underwear, the food,
absolutely. The
the
telephone,
towels, the
everything,
telephones.
everything.
Every single thing in there
Everything.
is privatized,
Everything.
and it's all
Well. I'm
one
gonna tell you.
group.
I'm gonna tell you. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna say this though. I don't know how it is in the state prison, but
Mm-hmm.
in the federal system,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it's all privatized because it's all federal. So
Uh-huh.
what you get, the stuff that you get, like the clothes and stuff, is old
Yeah.
military stuff. So all of the stuff that's like the old military shoes, old
Mm-hmm.
military boots and stuff like that, that's the stuff that they give you.
I don't think it's like that no more.
Well, I don't know. I
Hmm.
couldn't
I mean,
I couldn't tell you, but that's how it
I
used to
can't knock
be.
you down because you actually know, you actually lived
Yeah,
it. You
you
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying?
It's not like yeah. I'm talking from experience. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly,
So it's not like
exactly.
you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
So that's how that's how it was. And the thing about it is, like I said, it's just it's legal fucking slavery, man. That's what
Of
it is.
course,
I
man.
mean, you working for like
Terrible
in the
thing,
low
man.
and the lowest paying job is like what 13 cents an hour. The 13 cents an hour, 14 cents an
And you
hour,
know how much they getting off you
hour.
a day by being in their
No,
prison cell?
listen. When you not no, listen to me. You driving heavy, like depending on the level of the level of the prison that you're in. If you in a max,
Hmm.
they're not gonna give you no vehicles to drive or nothing like that.
Hell no.
But remember, you got people that's in prison that get locked up. They were construction workers, they were laborers, they were
Hmm.
carpenters. They the ones
Right,
who do all the
right,
work inside of prison. So they
right.
doing all the work, they doing all the fixing, all of the stuff that they
Hmm.
doing, the electrical work, all of
Exactly,
that shit they doing.
exactly. And you
That's
don't even have to pay somebody else to
these are
come in and do that.
you
That's
getting paid
crazy.
20, you getting paid 25 cents an hour to do heavy duty, big fucking contracting work, laying brick,
Some shit that they're
building
gonna pay
shit.
somebody like $40 an hour to do,
Yeah,
and they paying you
$40
fifty
an hour.
cents
You
an
paying
hour,
somebody close to
and
like
they,
55, $75 an hour
yeah.
to come in with heavy equipment to do shit,
But
and
I'm
you
gonna
getting
use
people
Joe
to you getting
Smo because he know
yeah.
how to do it and give him 50 cents an hour.
It's
Shit.
not even given. That's what it is. You gotta have it, especially when you in the back when you in the feds.
Hmm.
You have to have a job. You can't just be sitting your ass around. They're
Right,
gonna make you
right.
work. You're gonna be working in the kitchen or cleaning or doing something.
Hmm.
You know, that's why they always ask you. They want to know, like, what did you do on the street? So they if you was a construction worker or whatever it
they
is,
put your ass right in that
they're gonna put you in that role. If they have it open for you, they'll put you in that role to do that shit. You know what I'm
Crazy. They
saying?
don't spend no outside money.
No,
Everything just make it on
that
top.
shit
On
is
top of that, whatever
that shit is
contracts they done
self-sufficient.
got with whatever company, they
Yup.
got these people slaving doing
Clean
it.
money,
Damn.
and then it's clean money. It's clean money. They making money hand over fist, hand over fist, hand over fist.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you know,
It's crazy, man.
that's just you want to keep talking about so much other shit
Sad,
going on to be
man.
talking about
I'm sick and
this,
tired
but
of I'm sick and tired of what's going on. So
you know
I'm not the one to tell you don't break shit up because I'm all for it. I was the one that
exactly.
said last episode or the episode before last, I ain't with the kumbaya shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I mean, like I said, I'm not with the I can't really tell people how to respond and how they really feel again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can step on my foot and you can say pardon me and I'll let it slide. And you can step on my foot and still say pardon me and I still slap the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
you
Some people
can't
like
really
that.
expect how people might respond to certain shit. You just can't you don't so know how they're gonna respond. But I mean the only thing I could say is don't tear up the shit in your own fucking backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Regular
That
mom
shit
and
don't
pop
make no
shops, you
sense,
know what I'm
man.
saying? The regular mom and
That
pop
don't
shops
make
that's in
no
the neighborhood,
sense.
we shouldn't be tearing that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
You better go tear up some
definitely
shit.
after
I mean,
this, that's a great idea, like a black owned grocery store, like you know what I'm saying, like a Publix, but make it black owned. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We definitely got to start supporting black owned brands more.
Oh,
You
absolutely,
know?
man. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Absolutely, man. But like I said,
Um.
I think again to to just go back and rebut back to what I was saying about everybody saying we should need to tear down this white
hmm
supremacist system. I agree,
We can't tear it
but
down. I mean, yes, we agree, but you can't tear it
I
down.
don't think
They're too.
yeah, I don't
They're
think
too.
it's gonna
Their
be
foundation is strong. We have to get in the system
exactly.
and blow it up from from the
Exactly.
inside, and that's the only way
It's
we're gonna do it.
like I said like I said on the last show. It's like they like roaches, man. It's like roaches.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Once roaches get into your shit, it's
yeah,
hard to get
they
rid of those
everywhere. You
motherfuckers. I
ain't
don't
getting
care
rid of
what
them
you do.
shits.
You can break the whole goddamn building down and be like, okay, I'm good. I done tore the building
Uh-huh.
down and I'm good now. And
hmm
that don't mean
They
shit. You
still
gonna
gonna
start
come
seeing
out
the
from the
roaches
day.
come walking like, yeah,
Hey, we
nigga,
back.
I appreciate the new gigs you done give us. We about to take this shit over too. You know what I'm saying? And
That's a fact.
that's how they
That's
so
a fact.
deeply enrooted. That's how they
hmm
so deeply infiltrated and rooted in the system. And I
Yep,
don't believe we just gonna be able to tear the whole system down. In the meantime, in between time, while we tear it down, what we gonna use? What we gonna do?
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? The only way
That's
what
a
we need
fact.
to do is we need to get in position and start putting in legislation. It's about putting in legislation. It's about getting in
Position of
positions of
power.
power and
Yep,
start. And that's what we need to do.
we gotta get in that position
After
of
all these
power.
young kids out here running around with these fresh legs, what's
hmm
next, nigga? Let's direct
Yep,
that energy into this. Let's get
yep.
you into the police department. Let's get you into the DA's office. Let's get you into Congress. Let's get you into elected official positions. Let's do that.
hmm Yep, that's what we
Because
gotta do.
once we get in positions of power, we could pick up the phone and be, oh, Senator such and such. Guess what?
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
They
This
gon'
is what we need.
they gonna do this.
This
They
is how
gonna
we
make it
gotta play.
rain.
This is how we
They
gotta
gonna
play
make
the
it
game.
rain.
This is how we
hmm
gotta play the game. Because this how the white folk, that's how they play in the game. They
That's how
get their
important it
people in
is.
position.
Yep, that's how
They get
important
their
it is to go
kids.
out and vote.
That's right. They get their kids, they get their friends, their family, they get them in
hmm
position. And once they get
Yep,
in the position, they get in the contracts, they're getting all the
yep,
big deals, they're getting all the
yep.
government contracts. That's what's happening. There was this one dude, check it. There was this one dude that worked in the White House. The nigga
hmm
had no experience to do nothing. He done
Mm.
left the White House. Check it now. He done left the White House and then got himself a $3 million contract to supply masks. Guess what he was doing? He was going to China, like he was going to China, ordering some bullshit ass masks from China and selling it to these, because basically he got a contract to
Wow.
supply masks to the Indian reservations or whatever the case may be. He got a $3 million contract. And
The
he was working in the
hell?
White House like as a secretary or some dumb shit, doing some bullshit, and got a contract. How come he got the
Mm-mm-mm.
contract? Because he was in a position, he
Yeah,
was
a
with the right
power.
people, and he got put on. And he got
Yep.
a $3 million contract to supply masks. The mask that he was buying for like 2 cents or 3 cents.
3 cents. He's selling it back for like $5, $6, right? Damn.
Top dollar. And then come to find out, the mask wasn't even that adequate. They weren't even that good. They wasn't even that great mask. But he already had the contract for $3 million already.
Yeah. So ain't nothing you can do about it.
When you got your people in position, and it's unfortunate. It's not, and I'm a strong believer in it. I'm really sorry, but that's how the system is. It's not
position of power. Position of power. It's who you know.
It's who you know. I don't give a damn how many goddamn degrees you got. You can got ABA, BBA, PhD, FDA. It don't matter. It's not what you know. It's who the fuck you know.
Exactly.
That's just what it is.
That's all facts. You don't even need none of that shit. As long as you know somebody up in there, you in position.
But too many goddamn times we're gonna be standing in line. Oh yeah, I'm standing in line. I'm waiting in line because it's my turn.
Yeah.
And then you got these other motherfuckers skipping the line way up in front of you. They way up in front of you, skipping the line. They done racking up all the shit. By the time you get up there, you get your shit, it's all gone. It ain't nothing left. Because they done gave all their shit to their homeboys. They done passed the shit out already. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, yo, that's just the same, and it's clear. It's clear as day. Just like with that PPE shit for the businesses. All these businesses that was getting the money, this, that, and the other, the banks are all involved. And the thing is,
that's why they was giving it to Red Lobster,
right?
JC Penney. Like, yo, them not small businesses. So how were they getting all the PPE loans?
I'm gonna tell you how they was getting it. See, I'm a small business owner. I want to go get a loan. I need a loan for a little $300,000, but Red Lobster want to get a loan. But Red Lobster want to get their loan for like $3-4 million. The banks were making a fee. No, banks were making a fee of $100,000 depending on what the loan is. So if I wanted a little bullshit loan for $100,000, if they gave me me as a small business, the fee the bank was gonna get.
It wasn't worth nothing to them.
Yeah, I know it was $17,000 for a small business. That's like under $1 million, or like you get $100,000 loan. They were gonna get $17,000 compared to getting $100,000.
Exactly.
That's why you seen the Lakers. That's why you seen the Lakers getting a loan. That's why you seen what was that other thing? Caddy Shack or Rib Shack or whatever, the Shack whatever the shit it was. They got their loan because the bank was making big fees on them. That's the game.
But they actually should have went to jail because that was illegal. That was fraud.
Fucked up.
But they go.
In actuality,
they had to give it back though.
It was just part of the game.
They actually had to give it back.
They gave it back. They gave it because they shamed them into giving it back. Yeah. They got shamed into giving it back. That's why
like, yo, y'all big ass companies taking away from
the
local
people. If nobody said nothing about it, I promise you, if nobody said nothing about it, nobody gave that shit back.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Damn. Man, I think we hit every topic that we was trying to touch, yo.
Yeah, man, we touched on everything. We just want to give something for the people. At least we touch, we at least we out here putting out some content, and we out here talking about what's really going on. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, this weekend is really charged up. There's gonna be more to talk about. Next Tuesday again.
Of course, next Tuesday it's gonna be a lot more.
Who knows what's gonna happen next?
We don't know, but we're gonna be here to give it to you guys. I got to give a shout out to the Bushes. The Bushes came out and they made their little statement, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I want to give a fuck you to the NFL. You know why? Because y'all major hypocrites. The same man who kneeled for the same injustices that we face today, y'all kicked him out the NFL, but y'all want to make some little bogus ass statement about how y'all with George Floyd's family and this and that. Y'all sons of a bitches. I'm gonna call y'all that because that's what Trump called the athletes that kneeled. Y'all sons of bitches owe Kaepernick a major apology, and it needs to be publicly.
They're not gonna do that.
Because y'all some assholes. That's some assholes. The man peacefully kneeled for what's going on today, and they're gonna come out with some damn bogus ass statement, knowing that how they blocked and blacklist this man. I just don't get it. But
yeah, I mean, listen, man. Again, it's not about what you know; it's about who you know. You know
that's what I'm saying? The bitch ass cracker alert this week. The NFL, fuck y'all.
The bitch ass cracker alert. I know we haven't done that shit in a while. The bitch ass cracker alert.
Yeah, because I mean,
let me tell you something.
For a while.
We could be here. We could be here for a long time with the bitch ass crackers. There's a lot of bitch ass crackers out there.
There's a lot of bitch ass crackers right now.
A lot of bitch ass crackers out there, baby.
But then I want to also say, I want to salute some, because some white folks out here really carrying the baton for us. You know what I'm saying? We need
no question, man. Shout out to all of them.
We
shout out
definitely
to all
need
of them.
our
And you know
allies.
what? That's the thing. And you know what? That's what's killing a lot of these white supremacists out here when they see these white folks out here standing with the black, standing with.
Yep.
That's the worst. Listen to me. That. I think that's a white supremacist. Like that's their worst
It
nightmare. Right
is. It
That's their worst
is.
nightmare. You know what I'm saying? That's their worst
Another
nightmare.
thing is too, what I wanted to talk about too is like the interracial couples. How are they doing right now? The
What
interracial,
you
like
mean?
the white and black, the white and black couple. Not Spanish, because Spanish is like basically us. I'm talking about the white and
Yeah.
black couple, like the couple that's either with the white man or the white woman. Like some of them, I've seen some things with some of them being conflicted because some of them are silent. But how can you be silent when you're taking black dick every night? You know what I'm saying? Or how can you be silent and you getting pounded by black dick every night? Or you silent and you got black puss next to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say something. And I've seen there's some friends of mine too that's in interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some of my white friends. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they ain't saying shit. And I'm like, how you gonna say shit when your husband is black? You better say something, girl.
Well, listen, man. Listen, man. You know, sometimes they may not want to. They may not want to upset the apple cart
Because
inside
they
the
don't want
crib.
they don't want to upset their own family, but
Exactly.
that's hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's contradiction because you getting your ass thrashed by that
Yeah.
black dick, but you can't say nothing because you're afraid of what your family gonna say. But you're gonna scream. You gonna scream the Django at night when he tell you say the Django, bitch. You gonna scream it every night, but you can't say it to your family though.
Yeah, man. But you know, I mean, what you gonna
It's
do, man? What it
crazy.
is,
I don't
what it
know.
is,
But
what it
I
is
know
what it
that was
is.
a thing I saw going on, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, okay, so what are y'all saying about what's going on? But you know, I ain't in no
Yeah, man.
interracial relationship. I'm on my own.
You's a single lady. You's
Yeah,
a
I'm just
single lady
chilling.
out here. Yeah,
I'm
it's all
working on
good.
$1 billion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about that.
You trying to get
I'm
that? You
saying,
trying to get them things right first, huh?
hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? It'll
That's what's
all
up.
follow.
That's what's
Yeah,
up. Ain't
but
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I don't know. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, man, we touched on pretty much everything, man. I mean, not everything. There's a lot more to talk about, but
There's a
you
lot
know,
more, but I think we touched on the key
yeah, we
points. You know
touched
what I'm
on
saying?
a lot of the key points and whatnot. A lot of the current events that's going on right this minute. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yep.
know, we're gonna have a lot more. I mean, and again, this week is gonna be really charged up. So there's gonna be a lot more to talk
Of
about
course.
on the
Of
next one.
course.
You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
So this was
Of
like an
course.
emergency. This was like an emergency
Yes.
situation we had to put together because
Yeah,
we lost our other
exactly.
show. So
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
we lost
we
it. You
put
know,
it together.
we recorded on Sunday and we lost the whole show. I mean,
Yeah.
I got the footage for y'all, but just ain't no audio.
Yeah, we could put, but yeah, we probably could put up some bloopers, some little clips here and there about, you know,
Yeah,
you could
man.
just see what was going on or whatever. But you know, we did
Exactly.
what it did. We did what
Exactly.
it did. You know, we did what it did.
Exactly. We can't, Lady Love couldn't join us, but
Yeah,
we here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She missed it in action.
She missed a very important episode, but I know she got a lot to say. So next episode we're
Absolutely,
gonna catch up with her. But we got so
absolutely.
much going on. We gotta make sure y'all go out and vote, man. That's the only way we're
Yeah,
gonna beat
man.
their ass in the
Yo,
polls.
that's the
Make sure y'all
that's
vote.
that's the moral of the whole story. After everything that we really spoke about, that's really the moral
Mm-hmm.
of the whole story. That no,
Mm-hmm.
come November, we got to be ready to be able
Yeah.
to vote, man. We gotta vote.
And make sure y'all do y'all
Gotta vote.
research. Research the judges that's running.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? You gotta
exactly.
know. Like
You got to
look.
know who we
All that
voting
stuff
for
is public record. You could go and get that stuff, and
on a
everything is
local level.
online now. Yes, and
Exactly. On a local
research
level,
what
we
these
got to
people
know.
doing out here.
We got to know who we voting for, man. We got to know. We got to know exactly who we voting for. When you got these judges out here and these jokers out here want to be sheriff and all this type of thing. We got to know
You gotta
what's their
vote,
record.
man.
Like
Yeah,
what they've been doing.
what
Because
they
again,
stand for, what
you
they've been
voting in some of
doing.
these
Exactly.
you voting in some of these judges and shit like that, and these might be the same judge you might have to stand in front of, and that's the one that might go slam your ass.
That's gonna slam
So
your ass.
exactly. So we need to know these things, man. We need to know these things. Being that, and the thing that's so great is that you have so much of these young, fresh leg young folk that's out here that's really into the situation. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna repeat again. We really need to really get involved and really try to redirect a lot of them and get them into positions of
Yeah,
power.
man. We gotta mentor them when they
Yeah,
some of
man.
them, they fall astray, they get
Lawyers,
misguided, but a lot of them
everything,
just be
man.
craving for the knowledge and be craving for
Yeah,
somebody
man.
to take them under their wing. So you know,
man.
as the older generation, we gotta do it. And I'm not that old, but I'm not the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're not that old either. You know
I'm not that old, but I got game.
But we gotta grab them. You know what I'm saying? So that they can, you know, they can have that level of, you know, focusness and to know what we need for our people to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No
man,
question.
y'all stop stealing, man. Y'all stealing iPhones and y'all stealing stuff that y'all can't even do nothing with. Stop stealing. Go out there and vote. Go out there and riot. Go out there and protest and go out there and shake them cops up. Yes, I'm all for it, but stop stealing, man.
And don't go out here and try not to go out. Don't go out here. Exactly. Don't go out here and get scarred, because that's the plan. I mean, I'm telling you, that's the plan. That's the plan. They want us as us black and brown folk. They'd rather scar us and put a record on our back, so we won't be able to vote. We won't be able to vote.
Man, I seen niggas done steal like the news channel cameras. They stole the news cameras, and then they on there reporting live. Yo, y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
That's what's up. I'm not mad at them for that.
No, I'm not mad at them, but they going to jail.
I seen this one news reporter. It was funny as hell. This one news reporter was standing on the corner, right? This one news reporter was standing on the corner. This dude was turning. He was driving his car. He threw a goddamn Henny bottle at the nigga and hit the nigga while he was on national TV.
I ain't see that. I gotta go listen to
that. He threw the Henny bottle. I'm gonna send it to you. He threw the Henny bottle. As the niggas on the TV, the dude was turning his shit in the car, and he tossed it right out the sunroof and hit the nigga in the fucking back with a Henny bottle.
Hey, that's crazy. See, that's exactly why I stopped buying. That's exactly why I cut the Henny. Because
hit that nigga as he was
talking for the Henny.
Hit that nigga in the back. He said, "Oh shit!"
I'm on some other cognac tonight. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is, but I'm on some other cognac. It's smooth.
I'm not even on it. I'm not even on it right now, man. I gotta get.
I know it's past your drinking hours. It's past your drinking hours, but you know I had to have a little drink or two.
Yeah, so it's all good, man. It's all good. You gotta loosen up. Yes. Wine.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's heavy to talk about. So,
but at least we got it off our chest. At least we got it off our chest. I got it off mine. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Off my chest. That's for sure.
Of course. So we gonna keep it.
We got to hit it. I'm about to hit it. Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all tune in. Raising Kings Podcast at gmail.com. Raising Kings PC on Twitter. Raising Kings Podcast on IG and on Instagram. If y'all have any questions, hit us up. We've been responding to you guys. We've been seeing the traction that we've been gaining. We're just trying to be consistent right now with you guys on War on Melanin. It's a brand. It. You know what I'm saying? Raising Kings every Tuesday. We're going to come in with you guys. Just hit us up. DM us. Comment under the videos. Tell us how y'all feel. Tell us what y'all like. And whether it's one person, 20 people, 2,000 people, 2 million people that watch the video, as long as we touch one of y'all, we know that we touched many. And we thank y'all. For always tuning in, locking it in, comment and responding with us. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and y'all tune in every Tuesday. Y'all don't feel like going on YouTube or searching nothing, y'all can hit us up on www.stream.com/RaisingKingsTV. It's just a full playlist that it's just gonna go through and show all the episodes. Y'all can kick back, put it on y'all TV screens, kick back and watch it and say, damn, that's a heck of a show. Them some dope ass people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's it. We gonna continue the revolution for y'all because the revolution is televised. And we up out of here, man. This is your girl Sassy.
Peace. And this is Jefe. Peace out.
And we up out of here. Raising Kings Podcast. Love, beloved. We love y'all. Y'all stay safe.
Peace and love. Peace and love, beloved. All right.
We up out of here.